Hello, welcome to the Halls of Resonance walkthrough tour. Halls of Resonance is my project, and there's plenty to look at inside, but let's take a little walk around the outside world first. Seems a little bit laggy. I think that's just because we're recording, so it might work better if you load it yourself in your browser from the link. Yeah, we can feed the ducks here. They should come and get some bread. That's nice. And let's go on a little boat trip to start with. So there's obviously plenty of music in the game, which is all mine. Yeah, I started off just designing the inside world and all the exhibits, but then it kind of grew outward, and then things became more interactive, and it just became more and more to do. Lots of lighting effects and weather and all sorts. That's the clap room in there, which we'll see later on. And yeah. Okay, so yeah, there's guests around. We can always click them and see what they're thinking. This one doesn't seem to be thinking anything, but we'll find more inside. Just before we go in, we've got a sculpture here, which we can press. Some noise. And yeah, a lot of the descriptions in-game are, of course, fictitious. So for that world, this isn't a live satellite, unfortunately. Okay, let's head in. Oh, it's a little bit laggy. So we have a clerk there, and we have a gift shop, which if you click, opens up my Bandcamp. On the left here, we have some pieces, so we can click some headphones, listen to some of that. Again, not a real-time recording. It's not even real rain. We can, if we like, leave these headphones on and interact with other exhibits and things while listening to these. Create a kind of extra layer. These objects here are kind of centered on left, right, depending on where you're standing. Try another one. And we can put these headphones back. Got some room ambience as well. Okay, so there's all those pieces, and then we have a nice portrait by the wonderful Beth Elford, and some silly biography stuff. Most things are kind of reasonably interactive. You can click most things, and this coffee stand seems to be moving. I don't know. I definitely didn't make it move. So yeah, some things are very basic interactions, of course. Here we have a piece called Underground Scene Music. We have something which is purportedly a webcam to the ground beneath our feet. This might be quite loud. Yeah, so we might interact with that exhibit more than we would like to later on in the game, depending on how we play it. What am I doing? So, let's get someone's thought on things. It's not much of a thought. And okay. So on to the first real sort of piece, social tuning. If we head in here, we'll notice there's lots of tones, and as we walk around, they change. We can hear R's. Some people are moving, some are staying still. So there's all kinds of combinations to be created here. And yeah, at the moment, if we ask people to join us, we get a negative response. But let's see what's in here. In clap. So the idea behind this room is that when you clap, the wall closes up very quickly, enough to bounce the sound back to you, which in real life would be very claustrophobic feeling, I'm sure, and obviously very hard to build and maybe impossibly expensive. We also have this red ball, which if we click makes a nice random microtonal chord. But we also have gain the power of persuasion. So if we read this notice here, we can get this power. If someone moves out of my way. Okay, so there we go. We have the power of persuasion, which means when we ask people to join us, they say okay. So we can see in the let me just full screen that. We can see in the top left we've got 2 followers now. That's fine, but we want more. And now things are already sounding different in here because, of course, people are sort of following where we walk, so we're in control of a lot more of the sound. And so we can get all kinds of strange cluster chords as we move through the space. But we're up to 6 followers. 12 would be the number we need. So let's just get as many people as we can. We have this keyboard here. While we're here, that's a strange part of it. We also need the clerk. I'm up to 11. There was someone else outside, wasn't there? Yes. This is someone standing in the river getting their feet wet. And they're coming with us. So let's all go now back into social tuning. So if everyone's managed to get through the obstacles, which is a concern sometimes, they'll let us know whether they do or not. When we stand on this yellow spot, people are starting to fill out the space. But there are some gaps, I believe. Yes, so it's telling us some people are stuck outside this room. So what we need to do is just go out, just check that everyone's coming in. People were stuck behind the wall there. Ridiculous. So hopefully now, as we go in, everyone should, it sounds a lot fuller. Everyone should take their places. And the gallery is destroyed. We're free to float around. You can see all the exhibits are now floating in the sky. We've got another change of night to day this time. And we can just float around. Stop that there. There's a whole piece of music there for you. So let's do something else then. Next up, we'll go to the rooftop where we have our first. Some lovely lift music there from a Brazilian EP from 2016-ish. Okay, now we're on the rooftop. We can look out and we see that we're holding a graffiti can, which means we can spray things if we like, anywhere. We also have some controls for the weather, so we can change the lighting to whatever we want. And we also have some more weather controls over here. We've got rain from drizzle all the way up to torrent and clouds as well, so we can make it a very cloudy day or cloudy night, in fact. But for the purposes of this, I think it's better that we have some very clear weather. Whoops. Yeah, let's just get back to the sunshine. Okay, so on to Graphic Score. This is, oh, there's some lovely birds and bees around. Yes, there they go. So yeah, on to Graphic Score. We have here a system where if we spray something, we can change the color by pressing C. There are some notes for how this works up here, but it can get a bit complicated. So let's see what we can do. Go away. Yeah, we can make some lines. That's all fine and dandy, and then we can play them using this button here, from left to right. Speed that up a bit. Lovely. But we could also play them in a very different way if we play them sort of this way, which will mean they're going to be very short bursts of lots of notes at the same time now. Okay, all good. And we can just kind of keep adding to that. We can make all sorts of symbols, and white produces white noise. Black is a drum system, which we'll see later, and we'll see how this sounds. I'm sure it'll sound absolutely wonderful. Play it from the side. Add a bit of reverb over here. But we can also play it from two sides at once, so we can have that going and that going. Whoops, just freeze the bread. We can loop that. Take out the drums. A nice feature here is also grid, which changes everything to notes in a 12-tone scale. I'm just going to clear that. We also have this random button, which is very useful for just filling the canvas with stuff. So let's see what our new thing sounds like. This button here is up to down, so currently it's reading up there is high and down here is low, but we can change that. Okay, so it is possible to make things that do sound musical, if you like. We can build some lines. You see, you do tend to get some semitones creeping in, but you know, if you're careful with it, because you can always undo lines as well. Then you can make some melodies. You can make oh yes, we didn't talk about drums. So this works on a system of like each large grid is assigned to. Oh, I've just gone off drums. Let's go back to black. Each large grid is assigned to. It's because I've got drums off. A different drum sample. This works better with dots, actually. If we put in lots of dots, we get drum hits all over the place. And let's see if we have anything nice. Wonderful. Okay, and that's about it from up here. Let's get back in the lift. We can jump off this. So yeah, from here we can throw bread as far as we like. This is basically, the whole thing is just a bread throwing simulator, really, for if you have fantasies where you can throw bread as far as the horizon. Okay, so into the lift. Down to the basement. Here we are in the basement. Okay, and there's lots of toys here, lots of things to do. Where to start? Let's have this grand piano, which plays a whole piece there, a little jazz piece. We've got this loop archive, which if we click it, we have control over the speed. And if we stop it and play it again, oh, we should get a random place. Maybe they were just very similar. So it's a random place from a longer piece, which can sound kind of endless. Okay, this was going to be, oh yeah, that's not going to work. So that was going to be a something which involved the microphone. That never came to be, unfortunately. As were many things, here we have a screen which just gives us a clue for the maze, which may come in handy later, but not so much as it turns out. Here's a little organ piece. We'll stop that there for now, but you can hear the whole thing, of course. And well, it's going to lift. Little metronome, which just spins round. That's all it does. And we have some echo things, which we can change the frequency of the echo. And we can try and make something alright with those. We've got a nice changing frequency here. I don't think this one can be stopped, so we'll just have to hear all of this. What else do we have? The original name of the room was Art Blanche, but that is now just the name of a little art piece in here. And also this is a link to a sort of 7.5-minute video, which has lots of my work of different kinds. Oh, and we didn't have a look at Four Forks either, so that is, we can click these things and get some lovely tones, all well and good. And if we click the name of it, we will get, and we'll just remember the sequence here. Over time, we'll get these backwards tones. So, let's go into the anti-gravity chamber music. As we go in, we know this is going to be a dark room here. Okay, and we're presented with 4 pieces. Clicking the first one, we get a torch. And it's apparent that where we shine the torch is going to determine what we can hear. As well as that, we can move around, so we can have it from a different angle. And if you're wearing headphones, you'll notice that's all left, right, and also volume based on how far away you are from things. We can also use our mouse wheel to focus and unfocus, so we can get more of the sound or less. And so far, so little anti-gravity. Let's click the third track. And we can just stay still and things can kind of drift in and out of our audio view. So sound for the view from your ears? I mean, what you can hear. Yeah, we can also walk around and just, it's a nice way to hear things in different configurations. Also, if we turn gravity off here, things will land and we have a new configuration. So we can have things in all kinds of orders. There we go, let's get out of here. So if we want to go in the Rave room, we see that we need a key, and where should we get a key but the Labyrinth, which takes some time to load. Lots more assets and things going on in there. So as we enter the Labyrinth, we get this little clue that we should listen to the sound of the harp, which we can't really hear at the moment because we've just entered. You might be able to hear it very faintly. And we have these guys, these little protectors of the maze, which have an area you have to get away from. Yeah, you have to kind of run to get away from a lot of those guys. yeah, let's see if I can do this quickly. So even knowing the route it still is sometimes a challenge, because you've got these guys and you have to kind of use tactics like you lead them along the path and then, yeah, keep going. And then you quickly sort of dart in here and can get away and past where they were protecting. They are also, you know, got a sort of sound, a menacing sound that stops you from hearing the harp, which, yeah, now you can hear. So it's echoing through the walls of the maze and guides us to where we want to go, where the key is. So the route is this way. Some odd areas there, which are really of no consequence, but there we are. There's this red guy. Yeah, okay, knew he was coming. Didn't scare me at all. And I think we've just got to the end very quickly. It falls away. And, oh, a little bit of a lag there. And we're left with a nice scene. Obviously all of the music has much longer versions. If you're in the game, you can hear them. These enemy triangle pyramid dudes are floating away, and we'll just run back to the door. And that's the labyrinth. So then we have the rave room, which we can now open. It's almost certainly going to cause some extreme lag. And we're presented with, yeah, it's quite kind of muffled from outside, but we can see it's pretty crazy going on in there. So let's head in. And there's not anything to do in the rave room other than just look around and get distracted by all the lasers. Lots of photos from raves flashing around. But yeah, let's get out of here. That is not the door. Okay, this can't happen. Oh yeah, it's over here. Yeah, there it is. It takes a few seconds for the effects of the rave to wear off there. Let's get back in our elevator. Back to safety on the ground floor. So, what haven't I shown you? Well, I think that's the bulk of... Oh yeah, to change the weather, you don't need to even go up to... you can just grab the sun there and put it over to a nice sunset if you wish. And you can grab the moon. Yeah, okay, I think that's everything. There's some cars here, if you like car horns. There's a variety of car horns there for you to hear. And there's definitely plenty more to explore. I wonder what Richard's thinking now. It's nice weather. Well, you are outside, so okay. Oh, I forgot to say, the benches, if you sit on the benches, you get some more music, little bursts of things that then transition the weather in pleasant ways. And you can just, yeah, sit on a bench as you can in real life, except the weather changes much quicker than this. Yeah, you can, over on this side there's the Phillips Pavilion, or a sort of weird rendition of it. Which, if you manage to get over there, there's another kind of trip you can take, other than the boat trip. So that's nice. Let's get some more sun. There's a road. I wouldn't recommend going down the road that leads to certain death. Oh, which reminds me, of course, you can die. As you remember, the clap wall looked very dangerous. And lots of flowers here. There's a little butterfly. I'm particularly pleased with the butterfly flying mechanics and the way they sort of take lift off and fly around. So we have the clap room, and it would be a bad idea to stand under it, so let's do that. And if we clap, we have died. And we find ourselves now in this underground music scene section. Very loud, and we're presented with a hellish, endless, Kafkaesque situation to try and get out. There is a way out, but it would take forever to find it, and I wouldn't recommend you do so. You can see up there to the world above us. we're now part of the exhibition. So let's get rid of that sound. So yeah. Oh, we've refreshed into the lift. Well, there we go. That's everything for today. I hope you enjoy looking around at yourself. And that concludes the tour. Thank you very much.